Hey, it's me, Emile, and welcome to the Daily Zap. Today is Tuesday, January 18, 2020. It's a great day. It's a great Tuesday. Big day for me, big day for everyone else. Of course, the Daily Zap is a daily at least 15-minute show in which, we talk about things in wrestling, things in sports, things that I just want to talk about in general. And today, the biggest news today when I woke up is the news. Let's see who reported it. Oh yeah. So earlier today, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.com reported on Twitter that Cody Rhodes is a free agent. He is working without an AEW contract. Fightful Select with that info. Dave Meltzer also said, this is a statement from Dave Meltzer, and I'm going to read what he said on the forums. Okay, this is the situation. Almost everyone is avoiding me today there, so either it's true or they're all mad it's out or it's a work and they don't want to lie to me. One person near the top told me that they thought it was a publicity stunt, but stressed they didn't know for sure. But one would think if it was a big story internally, they would know. But that's the only person who would ever talk to Dave today. Remember, as far as technical goes, if there was a new contract offered starting this year, Cody has not been there. If they expected to ratify it on January 5th, he was to be there. Came to Newark, got the call and flew home before going to the building and hasn't been back. I know health reasons within this family was legit. So the story that Sean Ross Sapp reported could be correct. He's guessing it is, and that's the situation. If Cody is not on Dynamite on Wednesday, then it's a story. So let's talk about this. It's almost 3 years since the creation of AEW. And, they were the original guys. Cody, Hangman, Young Bucks. The Young Bucks last year has already signed an extension because they had an option, but they extended their contract, so they're good. Hangman, I assume, had his contract extended because he is the world champion. Like, it's not going to make sense if his contract is not extended and he is the world champion. That is a risk that a company cannot take. So it's really interesting here with the Cody situation because, again, Dave said, and, he hasn't been on any AEW show or in any capacity since the turning of the calendar. So he hasn't appeared on, like, the last time he appeared on Dynamite was when he won the title off of Sammy Guevara, and ever since he hasn't been on the show. And he was supposed to be on the let's see. He was supposed to be on the Battle of the Belts last week, but he wasn't there as well. We had an interim TNT champion in Sammy Guevara. So now if this is indeed true, then the whole interim TNT champion suddenly kind of makes sense to me, because I think that can be a security blanket in case, Cody, does not re-sign with AEW at any capacity. But let's get real here. Let's get real. Cody Rhodes is not leaving AEW. He's not. Come on. That is, that's not going to happen. And he's not going to be in the Royal Rumble either. That's not, I'm sorry to break it to all WWE fans out there, or those who hate AEW, but Cody Rhodes is not going anywhere. And we all know Cody. He's a guy who always goes the extra mile. Always a guy who knows how to work people. He's a guy who we all know, has this history of being vague. Like, he has a history of this, and this is not new from someone, especially from Cody. So what I'm guessing is because they got COVID, Cody and his family has been in quarantine for the last 2 weeks. So he can't be at the show. He can't be anywhere near, the crew, Tony, and all that. He's just waiting his time for his family to be okay. Because again, they have, Brandy just gave labor last year. They have a little kid. So, health concerns are legit. Dave said on his post that the health concerns are real. Like, that's legit. A legitimate part of the story. So that's my theory about it. But let's get those nut job theories out of the way. He's not going to WWE. No way. He formed this company. He is the backbone of AEW. Without Cody, there's no AEW. Like, that would be crazy if he in AEW's prime, he leaves the company he built alongside Tony Khan and the Elite to go with WWE. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't. Especially considering Cody's history with WWE. He hasn't had the best of relationships with WWE. Creative wise, Cody felt that they have stifled him. They put him in the Stardust costume and he somehow made it work, but still the company didn't think he was good enough to be a world champion. So he set out on his own path. So everything Cody has done was to lead to AEW. So there's no way he's gonna leave AEW high and dry. And I am not even an AEW fanboy. I'm not like, I like all wrestling. I like some more than the others. But let's get real. Like, this Forbidden Door crossover AEW WWE thing, it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Jon Moxley isn't going back to WWE anytime soon. Just because they featured him on a vignette. I mean, WWE can't really leave Dean Ambrose out of the Shield. They can't do that. He's a big of a part of a Shield as Roman and Seth was. But that doesn't mean he's coming back. They're just telling a story. And he is a part of that story. They simply can't ignore it. He's too big of a persona for them to leave him out of the vignettes, out of the storyline. So he's not going to appear in the Rumble. And also same with Cody Rhodes. He's not going to WWE. He's not going anywhere. He is AEW thick and thin. I really believe so. If he doesn't appear Wednesday, then it's a big story. But right now, my standing theory about this is that they're just waiting their time to clear quarantine, and then they will renegotiate for a new deal, possibly sign it right away because he is an EVP. He also has other responsibilities aside from being a wrestler. Plus, here's the thing. Here's the thing why I don't think he's leaving AEW. He has network shows. He has shows on TNT and TBS. He's a judge in the Go Big Show. And he has that Roads to the Top thing, which, I like that show for some reason. But yeah, he has 2 commitments with the network that they're broadcasting AEW. So he's not going to let go of that money. There's no way. Like, out of all the wrestlers, I think in AEW, I think Cody Rhodes is one of the guys who was earning, top 5 in earnings in AEW. So he's not this isn't a money issue. This isn't a creative issue because they're really letting him do what he wants in his storylines. So this is not a creative issue. This is not a financial issue. There's no reason for him to leave AEW. That's his company. So again, this is just a basis of technicality because his contract expired. Then it just happens that he contacted COVID, so he can't clear quarantine yet. So But soon enough, we'll get more details about this, and probably Cody will sign anyways with All Elite Wrestling. In a week or so. So don't overblown this. Don't make this into a big Cody Rhodes going to WWE story. This is not. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. So this is it for the Daily Zap. Again, follow me on all my socials on Facebook at Emile Meister, on Twitter at Emile Meister, on Twitch at Emile Meister as well, and on YouTube. Please give this video a like, comment what you think about what we talk about here today, and also share as it will only help this channel grow even further. So this has been the Daily Zap with me, Emile Nate, saying always stay safe, and I will see you on the next one here on the Daily Zap.